Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I'm using the new kikki.K She Shines collection. I love the greens in this, it's really, really pretty. So if you want to see how this one came together, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to use the very pretty She Shines collection from kikki.K. The only downside to this is I haven't got any sticker colours that kind of match the foil in this. So if you remember to when we sort of did the walkthrough, which I'll link down below, it's like a, I'm trying to find a bit, there we go. It's like a slightly champagne-y kind of gold instead of a rose gold. The yellow gold doesn't fit, it's way too yellow. So I think rose is the closest. So I'm going to kind of match this up with the, there we go. So I'm going to use some of these cute ones from Monique Plan. So you can see they're not quite matching. And then the same thing with these ones from Barney and Moon. They're not quite the match, but I think we can work with it. So I'm going to start off with a piece of paper out of the Paper Lovers book, and it's one that you guys know as soon as I saw this, I'm like, yeah, I'm using that. So I'm going to use the teal side as opposed to the peach side. It just appeals to me more. So I'm just going to tear that out. Move all this off for a sec. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, but I'm going to try and leave some of the wiggly bits, for want of a better word. So I'm just going to grab my trimmer in. Got card stuff left over. So I want the top to be straight, and then I'm going to fussy cut the bottom. So I'm going to get my straight lines, just making sure I've got enough room there. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully I've got some left over, so if I do mess any of these up I can come back and fix it. And so these are going to sit at the top, but like I said, I'm going to fussy cut to fit that shape. So I'm just going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to fussy cut sort of along where the lines are. So it's just going to sort of look wavy without looking silly, I hope. It's just too much of a cool wave effect to ignore it. It's obvious that the wave's there, so. And that'll also then cover up my inking from last week. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them all, and then we can stick them all on at once. Okay, that was the bit from the very top of the page, and I don't like it. I don't like it because it cuts it off at the top. So I'm just going to cut another strip and just fussy cut that because I need the stars to be all the way there. Very anal retentive, I know, but we all know I'm a bit weird like that. Okay, don't like that. Just didn't quite make them as fluid as I wanted to. That's better. Alright, so then we're going to stick these down and then we'll just cut off the excess. So anywhere that I can see that really rough, because I did get a little bit not quite smooth through some of those, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to sit these up a little higher, so it's going to take a little bit out of Thursday and here, which is okay. And then if I have to move my Melbourne Planner Markets ones, I will. Oh, that looks so cool. Looks so cool. Alright. So I'm going to use just plain old glue tape to stick these down. Because I'm going to be putting that sticker straight back down, I don't have to worry about the fact that there is still a little bit of residue there. But if it does bother you, because some people it might, it will if I don't get this in the exact right spot, if it does bother you, you can just rub it off with a little bit of an eraser, it'll do the job. I'll just cut off the excess there. And the little bit on the left hand side as well. Oh, I still miss my peas. Alright, just need to rub this a little. Let's just have a little bit of residue on the top there. I'm just going to grab a little bit of my Quickie glue pen and just put a little line of the glue there, because it's just not sticking back down again as good as I'd like. But it's not bad, it's just, I'm a perfectionist, you guys know that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper, I'm going to go ahead and do that on all of the other tops and bottoms, and I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, I love that. I love that green with the sparkles. It just looks good. Alright, we're going to put the dates down next, and then we can work out what we can do with the rest of it. So these ones are from Barney and Moon. Like I said, they don't quite match, but they're not bad. So I'm just going to, as best I can, hide the date underneath. The biggest issue I think I'm going to have is on the actual number, because these are clear. So what I think I'll do, what have I got? Have a look in here. What would be cool, and I don't think it'll work only because it's a different color, kind of metallic, is it would be cool to put these on here. But yeah, no, it just doesn't quite work. So what else have I got? I have a feeling that there's something in the paper lovers book. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Okay, so I've just jumped into my stamp and die collection. What's that stuck on? And I'm grabbing, this is a bit weird, I'm grabbing this star out of my Lawn Fawn Wish Upon a Star kit. I'm going to cut out of my scraps that I just had. I'm going to cut out 7 of these little green stars. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the green or if I actually want to flip this and use the peach. Ryan says green. So I'm going to have to do this where it's going to fit. So I'm just going to grab my die cut machine and bring that in. I'm also just grabbing a bit of washi. Ryan dropped it. Ryan's helping me. So I'm just grabbing the washi as well. So I use the washi to hold this down. Obviously I'm going to have to cut 7 of these, and I've got to do it one by one. So this might take a sec. So I'm going to go ahead and do it super fast. Actually, I'll do it off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut out all of my stars. I actually cut a spare one just in case. I also cut out a fancy wavy banner that I want to sort of put the to-do back on. I'm going to try to anyway. Bugger, I knew I was going to drop them. Anyway, so I'm going to put these back on. So I'm going to stick the star down like that and then put the sticker on top of it. And because it's a slightly different green, it's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Differentiate it or make it pop. I'm going to run these through my Xyron. It's just a little bit easier with these sort of little fiddly ones. So I'm going to run them all through the Xyron and then I'm going to stick the numbers on them. Obviously that first one was just an experiment. I like to sort of run and put 2 in, pull it, and then do the next ones. That way you don't get any overlap. You do waste a little bit of the Xyron stuff though, but that's okay. If it ever doesn't quite stick, just push it down with a set of tweezers. I'm going to run the banner through as well. And that's another slightly different shade of green, so actually I'm not, because it's going to use too much. So it'll pop there as well. The fact that the star shape's not the exact same as the stars here, and it's not like the normal star shape, I think works really well. So I'm going to go ahead and stick all of these down. Anytime I have trouble covering up the day, I'm just going to grab my whiteout tape, I think, and just cover it up. Yeah. You're still going to be able to see, but I think you're going to see either way, so I'll just have to deal with that. And I'm going to do the same thing if I need to move any of these Planner Market stickers. I'm just going to pick them up with my undo. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of this super quick, and I'll be right back. That took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, if I'm being honest. And that was because I had to move a couple of these Melbourne Planner Market ones around, but that's okay. Right, let's do some decorating. So I just need to put in a few kind of boring ones. So I'm having a couple of extra days off this week because of the markets. So I'm just going to put these in first. And these aren't staying in colour family because I just want them to be a little bit bolder so I don't forget. You know when you sometimes have a random day off that's not normal, you forget that you're having it? That's what I'm really worried about. So I'm just putting that on Monday for now, but it might move. I'm aware that next week it may be moving around. Righto, so I can take that one out because I now have my day off there already. Okay, now I've got some birthdays to put in. I wasn't going to do a flipper because I don't have any footy on this week, so I don't really need one. But then at the same time, I kind of have a feeling I'm going to need some places to put a little bit of extra stuff. And I've got two ideas. I have two ideas. Where are the stars? I'm looking for the stars so I can put in some stars for people's birthdays. I knew I was flipping through here, but not aimlessly. There we go. So I'm just going to grab 4 of these little 4-point stars. I just want the little ones for this one. I'm also being careful not to put too much of the foiling on, only because I don't want to get... You know when you sometimes put too many different kinds of foil, it really clashes. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So I've got a birthday on Thursday, a birthday on Tuesday. That actually isn't as bad a difference as I think it is. It's just that this one's a bit more matte. The colour's actually not too far off. So I'm just going to write these ones back in really quick. Alright, so I'm going to grab a bunch of stickers and just kind of sticker this up for the rest of it. But I do... It's in the wrong spot if I'm going to use this. I really want to use this sticker, but I might actually hold on to it and use it a little bit later because I love that sticker. It's gorgeous. And I really, really, really want to have it be in the right spot, which would have been up here in this corner. So I'm just grabbing a bunch of these sort of shooting stars ones. I do want to get a quote, which I'm going to put on Sunday. Where is the one I want? And again, I'm kind of avoiding the foil. So I'm going to put this one with the "You had the power all along." Actually, before I do that, just grabbing the Paper Lovers book because I would like a box of some description for the Happy Mail. There are, but it's not quite going to work, so I might just write them in. Might just leave a space. Move this over in a second. That'll do that. I'm going to put this at the back end of the week just because I know that'll be slightly less chaotic. And such a big quote like this, I still need as much room as I can have. I love these clouds in this collection. It's just beautiful. I'm really not liking the way that Happy Mail thing's sitting. So I'm just going to pull it up. I also have to put something here because it's just bugging me. Put that there. And then I can kind of imagine doing a little box thing in there. I need something to cover that because it's just annoying the crap out of me. I don't know what it was. It was a mark on something. And it's just in the wrong spot. I don't like that sticker. I love the sticker. I love the quote. I don't like the peach. Considering I've done everything else in the greens, the peach just looks silly. I'm just going to put this one back. in my experience, the kikki.K ones are actually pretty good. If you can get them to sit flat and then shut the book, they will actually survive rather well. So I'm just jumping into the Paper Lovers book because I want the bigger version of this one. So I'm going to get the one here that responds to every cell that excites your spirit. That way it's going to be big enough. I'm looking at it, guys, and I'm thinking, is it too simple? And it is simple, but at the same time, it's really effective. I really love these, the swirls of the stars. Something about it is very, very cool. But there's still something that doesn't look right. It could just be because there's no flipper, and for me, that's really weird. But there isn't any footy this weekend, so I don't need to do a flipper. Anything I need to write in, I can write in here. And if I need to add something, what I really think I should do, and I am going to do it. I can't. I'm sorry, Ryan. I know you don't want me to, but I need to do a flipper. It's going to be like the ultimate easy flipper. So this is the piece of paper that was left over from where I cut out the banner. So I've just folded that in half. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer in and glue this together. I'm going to trim off the not straight edge because one of the edges wasn't straight, so that's where I just cut it. And then grab in the tried and true. Let's grab our tab punch board in. Go round off the corners. See, the flippers don't always have to be crazy. Sometimes they can just be mildly normal. So I'll just punch the holes in very quickly. Now it looks better. I don't know what it is. I need a flipper. It needs to be there because it needs to make sense to me. And I can put, like, I've got my list for the planner markets. I've got tons of stuff I'm going to have to do beforehand, so I will definitely use that space. I'm not worried about that. Whew. My OCD was kicking in. But I have finished now. Now I'm very happy. So let me know what you think. Did it need the flipper? Did it not? It's always good to have somebody else's opinion on things like this, other than Ryan's, whose opinion is always finish faster. But I really like this one, so please do give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below or on any of my socials. Couple of little quick reminders. I will be at the Melbourne Planner Markets, obviously, on Sunday. So if you want to come and Saturday. So if you want to come and hang out with me, I'd love to see you. I'm also still running my giveaway, or it's just started. So if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below. The giveaway is going to run for the rest of August and for about half of September. So if you want to join in that, I'll link that video for you. Other than that, guys, I hope you have the best week, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye.